I grabbed 25 DVDs and Blu-rays here in the sanctuary, and we're going to conclude our Halloween 2025 extravaganza part 4. And now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. We're getting into adult-themed, bloody, sick, depraved films. And it's European madness. That's right. Oh, man, here we go. So here's a historical epic here with a really good cast. Mark of the Devil. Filmed in 1969, released in 1970. When it came to America in 1971, certain theaters handed out barf bags for the viewing audience. This takes place in the late 18th century in a village in Austria. There's a witch finder general who is accusing women and men of being witches and warlocks, and they're getting tortured until they confess. He gets a written confession out of them, then they do all sorts of horrendous things in front of the public. The church decides to send their own witch finder general, and he takes over the scene, and he's just as depraved as the local guy, but it's all based on historical fact. So it's a good one to watch. Mark of the Devil. Oh man, here's another weird one. What the hell year did this come out? 1980. The Other Hell. Bruno Mattei's nunsploitation classic, now uncut and uncensored. Satanic nuns going nuts in their weird convent that people stumble onto, and it's just weird. Anything European is weird. Anyway, it's called Extra. What does it say? A brutal excursion in terror. A must-see rental of the 80s. Extra was one of the most outrageous, bizarre, gory, and insanely enjoyable horror films of its time, complete with infamous alien birth scene. Not all extraterrestrials are friendly. It came out around the time of E.T., and this is absolutely bizarre. You got to see it. If you like zombies and that kind of thing, Burial Ground. Severin put this one out. For his only foray into the zombie genre, psychosexual sleaze maestro Andrea Bianchi unleashes enough flesh-ripping, gut-chomping, and depraved Oedipal mayhem to set insane new standards in Italian horror. Oh man, the tagline is "Everybody dies," and this movie, as soon as it starts, it gets going. Here's another one. This one is really weird and spooky. All these films have, atmosphere, locations. House by the Cemetery, man. A young family moves from their cramped New York City apartment to a spacious new home in New England. But this is no ordinary house in the country. The previous owner was the deranged Dr. Freudenstein, whose monstrous human experiments have left a legacy of bloody mayhem. Now someone or something is alive in the basement, and home sweet home is about to come a horrific hell on earth. If you like slasher flicks, well, here's The New York Ripper, again from Lucio Fulci. The New York City police detectives follow the trail of butchery from the decks of Staten Island Ferry to the sex shows of Times Square. Each brutal murder becomes a sadistic taunt in the city that never sleeps. He's the killer that can't be stopped. Oh man, written and directed by Lucio Fulci. Cannibal Ferox, also known as Make Them Die Slowly in the United States. Well, I don't know if we can show that. We'll just show you the back as I read it. Cannibal Ferox assaults your senses as a group of Americans lost in the jungles of Amazonia experience brutal retribution at the hands of blood-crazed cannibals. Shot on location in the savage Amazon wilds of South America, it's one of the most violent and shocking films ever made. There are at least 24 scenes of barbaric torture and sadistic cruelty graphically shown. It If the presentation of disgusting and repulsive subject matter upsets you, please do not view this film. It's in its original unrated and uncensored director's cut. And lastly, the most notorious film of all time, Cannibal Holocaust. This film was so notorious that the director was hauled into court because it was so realistic that they thought they were watching a real snuff film. He had to bring the actors into court to prove that they were still alive. And then he had to show a particular scene, how it was done. But the point is that these guys, these documentary filmmakers, were sent into the jungles, and they start harassing the locals to get more footage, kind of like how producers nowadays taunt reality show stars to get them all incensed to get something better on camera. So they end up filming their own doom, and they never come back. So the guy that sent them out there, this television producer, they go back, retrace their steps, they find the tribe, they get the film canisters back, and they're watching it, and they realize that, yeah, we can't air this stuff. They thought they were going to have a great documentary on their hands about cannibals, and what they got was just horrible. A very, very realistic looking movie. This one will haunt you and stay with you after you see it. And that's my European Madness episode 4. I think I'll do an episode 5 where I'm going to pick 10 of these films that I think everyone should see at least once and try and enjoy for the Halloween season. So please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. Never be afraid to enter the pleasure den of the absurd.